Hello everyone, and welcome to this session about overview of dynamic roles in IBM Security Verify. Before getting started, let's understand the need for dynamic roles. In a typical business scenario, the identity management products are responsible for having users provision on target applications and managing the accesses for these users on the target applications. This can be done individually for each of the users, but when the number of users increase, it becomes a little cumbersome to handle the access management individually. Hence, users are typically categorized in different roles. And on the basis of those roles, users' accesses are managed on the target. The problems with these roles are twofold. One, application roles are specific to a particular target. Another, membership to these roles are ever-changing in dynamic working scenarios. People shift departments, change their job roles, new employees get onboarded, existing ones leave the organization. Hence, the role administrators have to be concerned all the time about managing ever-changing memberships to these roles. Dynamic roles solve this problem. They do similar functions as roles in scoping users to different containers and assigning them accesses on target. But in addition, whenever there is a membership change to the role, depending upon the constraints like department change or job role change, at those times, those memberships are managed automatically. And thus, administrators no longer have the headache of managing the role memberships. And of course, you can assign dynamic roles across multiple applications too. With this, let's cover some basics about dynamic roles in IBM Security Verify. Membership to dynamic roles are dependent upon one or more user attributes, like department being marketing or a job title being consultant and so on. Although, if required, dynamic roles can also be constructed in conjunction of multiple user profile attributes, including the and on conditions. So it totally depends upon the need of the business scenario to scope the particular subset of users to be participating in the dynamic roles. Any user change to the user profile attributes directly affects the membership of the dynamic roles. Since the dynamic roles creation can affect a lot of users and it could be a very costly operation, dynamic role creation is a two-step process in IBM Security Verify. First, you can apply a role condition and create your role into a draft state wherein administrators can view the memberships of the role, and once they are satisfied with the memberships and the structure of the role, then they can publish it to the live working environments. Now with this, let's jump into some real life business use cases of dynamic roles. First up, we'll cover dynamic role creation. So you log in as an administrator in IBM Security Verify and you go to App Role Management to create new roles. Click on Create Role and select role type as dynamic role. Proceed next. You can give your role a meaningful name. So for this instance, we'll give it a name as marketing users role. You can go on to add a condition set to your role. You can select a condition by selecting one of the user profile attributes. In this case, we'll select user profile attribute as department. And the role condition will specify as department equal to marketing. This will scope all the marketing department users into this dynamic role as members. Optionally, you can also choose to add a few AND conditions, or you can also choose to add OR conditions depending upon the sample set you're trying to scope. Going next, you can preview your role and select to create it. Now, as you can see, the dynamic role is queued for creation. If you can refresh this, we can observe that the role has been converted to a draft state. At this point, role administrators can go ahead and view the memberships, the potential memberships the dynamic role is going to get. And if they are satisfied with what they want, they can select to publish the role. Upon publish, the role will be active in the system and can be utilized to assigning the applications. So now let's go ahead and assign this role to one of the applications. ServiceNow is one of the applications we are using in this demonstration. So let's open the ServiceNow application, go to the entitlements tab, and select to add the dynamic role we just created as an entitlement. So let's go ahead and select the marketing role, select to add it, and save your changes. Now what this will be doing internally is, since we have assigned the dynamic roles to the application, all the members of this dynamic role will automatically be assigned to this application, and hence you can see the provision account event has been triggered for all of those dynamic role members. We can also go onto the application interface and observe that new accounts have been added for all these members who were there as part of the dynamic role. With this, let's consider another use case of employee onboarding. Consider a user, Jacob, who newly joins the organization and in the marketing department. So let's add a user Jacob and let's add him to the marketing department. So let's set his department profile attribute to value marketing. Now since this new user is being added in the marketing department, it will automatically be assigned as a member of the marketing role. Notice that this doesn't happen with the regular roles. If it would have been a regular role, administrator has to assign it manually, but with dynamic roles, these assignments are taken care of automatically. So as you can see, Jacob is the member of marketing users role now, since he belongs to the marketing department, and subsequently Jacob's account has also been created on the ServiceNow application, and hence you see a provision account event here. So administrators in this case don't really have to do anything. They just need to define the role once, and memberships will evolve automatically depending upon the user activities. Now in another scenario, let's consider org movement. So let's consider Jacob is moving from marketing to sales division. In this case, Jacob will automatically be removed from the role membership of the marketing users role, since he no longer satisfies the dynamic role condition. So in the membership section, we don't see Jacob anymore. Subsequently, in the provisioning results, you would see Jacob's account has also been deprovisioned from the underlying target. Now let's consider another use case of role condition edit. So let's go to our marketing users role and let's try to edit this condition. Let's try to change the rule from department equal to marketing and set it to department equal to sales. What it will do underlying is it will remove all the marketing department users from the membership of the dynamic role, and it will assign all the sales department users to the membership of the same dynamic role. So let's go ahead and save our changes. Again, upon save, the role is queued for update, and if you refresh, the role is ready to publish but not published yet. At this point, administrator gets a view of what all users are going to be added and what all users are going to be removed due to the role condition change that we just made. So as we can see, all the sales users are added and marketing departments are removed. Let's select to publish this role, and again it's live and active in the system, and as a result of it, all the accounts belonging to marketing department users are deprovisioned in system on the ServiceNow application as well, and all sales department users have newly granted the accounts on the ServiceNow application. Now finally, let's consider the scenario about deleting a particular user, that is the user offboarding scenario when user leaves the organization. So let's see the user Jacob here, who is part of the dynamic role right now. Let's try to remove him from the organization's records. So let's go to users, select Jacob and delete the user, mimicking employee offboarding. So once users records are removed from the system, if we can go to the dynamic roles again and the membership section, we'll get to see the user is automatically moved from the dynamic role as well. And as a result, user's account on the underlying target is also deprovisioned. So in a sense, these use cases depict the usage of dynamic roles in IBM Security Verify, which saves role administrators a lot of headache about managing memberships as well as ensuring the overall system's compliance.